أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد وعجل فرجهم شكرا يا الله شكرا ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد وعجل فرجهم. Today we're going to get through the last part of Jews 20, which is Surah Ankabout, 42 through 44, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Inna Allaha ya'lamu ma yada'una min dunihi min shay'in wa huwal azizul hakim. Allah surely knows that whatever God they invoke besides Him are simply nothing, for He is the Almighty, the Wise. And then in 43, وَتِلْكَ الْأَمْثَالُ نَضْرِبُهَا لِلنَّاسِ وَمَا يَعْقِلُهَا إِلَّا الْعَلِيمُونَ. Those are the parables we set forth for humanity, but none will understand except those people who have knowledge. خَلَقَ اللَّهُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضَ بِالْحَقِّ إِنَّ فِي ذَلِكَ لَآيَاتٍ لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ. Allah has created the heavens and the earth for a purpose, surely, and this is a sign for the believers, for those who have faith. So, verily Allah knows whatever they call on besides Him. Now, in two perspectives, there's one where it's the same perspective of the disbeliever who we talked about in verse 41, who has the parable of a spider. These people, their faith, what they build their faith on, what they believe in, is like the house of a spider. You know, for the fact of the matter is that it's weak, its base and foundation is just, a slight breeze can blow it away. If it rains, then the house just disappears. Sand gets thrown on it, then it's demolished, and it just hangs from the ceiling. The house of a spider is that weak, and it's the parable of this belief system that polytheists or pagans have, because it's illusions. It has a beginning and end, and it's not eternal like the truth is. And so, this being the case, this other way to look at it is the perspective of the believers, where it's strong, it's on foundations, it's on pillars, and these pillars are held by the one who owns all power and strength and is eternal and infinite, and it is held up by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the glory and great. And so those who don't give victory to Allah and they give victory to these idols and or anything that they invoke besides Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then these are the people who are destroyed and who are the losers, and they aren't successful in the end. But if you look at those who do give victory to Allah, these are the people who are successful. These are the people who are on a strong foundation, are under the protection of their Lord, and they are successful not only in this short temporary world, but in the eternal world after death. The fact of the matter is that disbelievers don't believe in the life after death. So they build their foundation in a temporary world where they're not even we're not even going to be in forever. And, eventually, since they're Illah, the one they worship is something temporary, then what they have is temporary. What they believe in is temporary. Everything based around them is temporary. As for the believers, they believe in the eternal. They believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they give their lives for Him, for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that being the case, it is eternal. Whatever happens in this world happens in this world. They'll still get the good of this world based on what they do. If they, because we believe in and do righteous deeds. But the fact of the matter is that in the afterlife, then these things are going to be forever. Where the believers will have gardens beneath which rivers flow, and all the blessings that Allah promised for those who earn them in the afterlife. Not only that, Allah will increase it, like we mentioned in the previous verse, the verse previous a little while back. So then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in verse 43, and such are the parables we set forth for mankind, but none will understand them but the learned ones. So in this case, we know that if you tell a disbeliever, what does Allah say in the Quran? Warn them or warn them not, they will not believe. So if you try to explain these things to a disbelievers, they haven't wanted more than this world, and so they are not guided to more in this world because they don't even desire to be guided. They don't desire knowledge, they don't desire better for themselves, and thus they get what they earn. They go on still doing bad things, evil deeds, and not believing. Why? Because if a person sees that they can get a lot of money by scamming a person, and they don't want to believe that, oh, if I get this money then it will go against me or whatever, then they're gonna have to learn the hard way. That's what they want, is to either learn the hard way or whatever, or just have something temporary. But the fact of the matter is that when Allah puts the proof in front of a person and tells them what the fact is and they reject it, these people are disbelievers. And what they have is temporary. They're told about this and they still want to indulge in it. They still don't want to believe that they're going to be amongst the losers. So this is living in an illusion. That's their reality, is that they're living in an illusion, filth. And then as for those who do have faith, they know what is temporary and what is eternal. And when you warn them and tell them about this, they're the learned ones. They're the ones who desire knowledge and want to acquire knowledge and gain nearness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. These are the people who will actually understand these parables. You explain it to them and they will understand. Why? Because they, like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, but none will understand but the learned ones. These people who don't live in filth, they understand. They believe and do righteous deeds, and they live in cleanliness. They're not bothered by illusions or impurities or vain ego, and so these people strive towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they understand these parables. In 44, Allah created the heavens and the earth in truth, verily, and this is a sign for the believers. And so, you see the heavens and you see the earth, and the creation of the world has a name. Our look unto the world must have a name too. And materialists, usually stop in recognizing the phenomena, but worshippers of Allah pass through phenomena and reach recognition of Allah in faith. You know, the people who are materialists, they just indulge in material things. You know, they stop in seeing these phenomena, you know, and they just don't see. You see, when it comes to a disbeliever and somebody who looks at this world and doesn't look towards the afterlife, their heart is hard, because you can't look towards the afterlife. If your heart is hard and if your heart is soft, then you are looking toward, then that's what you see. You look towards the afterlife, you know. But the fact of the matter is that sins, when a person does sins, then it just becomes a normal thing. They don't even feel bad when they do a sin. They don't feel ill or sick. They just feel like, oh, well, whatever, it's normal. Then these people have such a hard heart that they can't even look towards the afterlife. They don't even look towards the afterlife, you know. And heart's harder than stone in this situation. And you see, when it comes to those people who do, you see, they understand the parables. These parables are set for them because they can actually see them, understand them, you know. And the heavens and earth were created in truth, and these are signs for the believers, you know. And the believers can actually know the reality of these things. And thus, you know, when it comes down to it, these are the realities that Allah created in truth. The earth and the heavens, Allah created in truth, and you know, we come from Allah and we return to Allah, and these are signs for the believers. So we ask Allah to increase us in knowledge, to increase us in blessings, and give us tawfiq while on the straight path, and to be on the straight path. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to hasten the reappearance of the final Imam, and to make us his helpers and close supporters and close friends and confidants upon his return. And we ask Allah to hasten the reappearance of the Imam, and we ask Allah to hasten the reappearance of the final Imam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajahu.